All right. What's going on, party people? This is your man Griff. I'm gonna try to be as succinct as I possibly can. Try not to go on any rants, any of that good stuff. Thank you for hitting the like, share, comment. Um, okay, here's the deal. And I know, and I asked the question when we gonna stop fussing about pay, but it's never gonna stop because there's always going to be somebody who thinks that they are something special and that people should be rewarding them for this small, minute effort that they put into learning something about the notary business, and therefore they deserve to be getting paid a whole buttload of money. And when they're not, then they get on a rampage and try to get everybody else all riled up over and over and over again and stuff. And that's why I came with my shirt. I leave the house for 60. You see me running right there, and I know it, and people are getting tired of it. To be honest with you, people are getting tired of it. They won't say anything, and that's why I keep trying to encourage y'all to question these individuals. They're sitting up here making all these statements. You probably need take that band-aid off. You probably need to just go ahead on and ask them some questions because they're making statements and nobody is questioning them. Nobody is getting them to clarify and to even validate what they're saying. And that is very, very dangerous. That you're going to sit here and put yourself under somebody's voice and you don't even question them or challenge them or ask them. People ask me questions all the time, whether through the actual public chat um on the thing on YouTube, or they might contact me directly, but they ask questions and I sit there and I listen to them and I answer their questions. Somebody calls me and asks me, I will sit there and listen to them and answer their questions to the best of my ability. And there's times, and y'all seen it, I'll sit there and tell somebody to call me. They'll ask a question, and it's like too complicated, in my opinion, to answer online. I'll be like, look, call me. Just give me a call. And it's amazing that the vast majority of people who I tell to do that don't call me. Less than 1% of the people when I say give me a call, so let's talk about it. I can give you, I can clarify it, or let's get to the details or what they don't call. Now I don't know if they just not checking the note, going back and checking the comments or whatever. Maybe that's it. I know sometimes YouTube be putting my comments or people's comments in some kind of held review, and I got to go check that the night after this. But nonetheless, I ask people, hey, give me a call. Let's talk about it. So now we have people out here calling out signing companies, and the signing company they're talking about is Unlimited Ink. Um, and in order for y'all to get proper context of this, I have to say their name because this person is saying their name. This person is doing all kind of little posts about it. And I think the era that is prevalent with this, and not just with them, but with others, is that you're not asking any questions based on the statement that they're making. They're saying that this is that doing a purchase for $80 is wrong. Okay, so the question then is, have you done closings for this company, Unlimited Inc? Either you have or you haven't. So if you haven't, then why are you complaining? Why don't you take an order and give it a shot and see? If you have you talked to them and voiced your concerns to them about the fee? Because if you did that, now what did they say? And what was their reason behind it? Because I'm sure they gave you one. If none of that happened, then what do you complain? What do you expect to happen, or the outcome from you complaining to us and telling us how upset you are at what's happening to you? You're not being abused, you're not being physically nothing. So the question is, what do you want the people who have been in the business probably less than you to do? And what I'm seeing is that people who've been in the business probably 2 years or less are the main ones who keep stirring this stuff up, keep doing all these videos about what they don't like about the notary business and all of that. And it's just, you're just stirring up resentment. You're stirring up guess you could say hatred or whatever toward the signing companies or even title companies. For what? Why are you doing this? What is the goal here? Have you come up with a plan? Because that will be my question to the individual. I'm like, yo, have you come up with a plan on how to make this better? What is your plan to make this better? And more than likely, they don't have a plan. They don't. Well, that's why we gotta have this talk. And they want somebody else to come up with the plan so that if the plan fails, they be like, I ain't had nothing to do with it. That was on them. Take ownership. Come up with a plan. Give it a shot. If it works, then you'll get all the glory. If it doesn't, then you better take all of the criticism. It's that simple. So they're saying that in order to do a purchase for $80, it needs to have a certain number of pages. So my question would be, what is the number of pages that is required for a $80 purchase? What are the number of pages? Where did you get this idea from? Who told you this? Where is it written down that a notary should get paid? That when a notary gets offered an $80 order for a purchase, it cannot be no more than this amount of pages. Where is that at? What's your supporting documentation for that? So what I did was I went back and looked through because I haven't finished deleting everything. I said, well, how many closings did I do for Unlimited Ink? How many pages was in each order? And what was the dollar amount for each order? So I can get down like that. I love these numbers. So here we go. Stupid da da. Oops, wrong side. Swing. So I did 19 closings for them. 13 of them were sellers. I mean, purchases. Um, what was it? Five, one, two, three, four, five of them. 13. That's 18. Then a 1D. Yeah, 19. So 1,090 for the purchases I made. 350 for the sellers at what, five of them, and then $150 deed to be signed, and it was like it basically was 7 pages. So as you see here on the left hand side is the dollar amount I got paid. Where is it? Oops, sorry about that. Over here is the dollar amount I got paid. Okay, that's the dollar amount I got paid. And then over here is the number of pages for each one of those orders. So now somebody has to tell us, got to tell us from as low as 21 pages all the way up to 164. What is the amount of pages that is supposed to be appropriate for $80 order or purchase? We need to know that. I'm tired of people fussing about what we not getting because of how many pages. I need somebody to tell me and show me documented proof that this is the ideal number of pages. So as you can see here, this order was a conventional, and then these other two were VAs. So you're seeing the fact that the page count can vary with the VAs. So the question is it based off of loan type? Is it based off of, you know, the interest rate for the loan? Is it a fixed? Is it a interest only? What are the conditions that say this order for $80 can be no more than this set of pages? That's the question. And then you see down here for the sellers 29, 31, 34, 23, 21 pages for these orders. I'm trying to figure out what is acceptable. What makes the $80 at X amount of pages correct? Where does that come from? We need to know that, because all this fussing about what you don't like, all this fussing about what you're not getting doesn't do any good unless we're going to have a conversation with, hmm? Pause real quick there for a second. But the bottom line is simple. Sorry about that. Y'all had to pause real quick. Um, Take care of something. So the bottom line is this: how do we go forward, y'all? How do we make things better? So people don't like the business. They don't like it when documents are late. They don't like to pay. So how do we make this better? Because complaining ain't going to work. We can't unionize. We're not going to be able to unionize. I don't want to unionize. Who wants to unionize? Okay, because that means we're employees and we are trying to do this as business owners. So how do we make this better? That's the question. Okay. So what is wrong with Unlimited Ink paying what they're paying? Well, they might be getting way, way, way more. Okay. So again, if they are, then maybe you need to start a signing company and make sure that if you start a signing company, you are paying people those particular fees that you say you want to get paid. If you want to get paid $100, 150 or whatever, then you make sure you're paying that also. But you can't say you want to get paid something and then when you turn into a signing company or whatever, you don't pay people that amount. That's very, very hypocritical. Okay. 1000% hypocritical. So you, as a notary business owner, you're going to have to start standing up for yourself and take and taking the bull by the horns. You're going to have to start questioning these people. Continue to question me, but you're going to have to also question them. I don't care how attractive they are. I don't care how smooth they are. I don't care what kind of success they think they had or claim they had. You still have a right to question them. And if you're just sitting back listening to them, you're allowing a bunch of vitriol to be poured into your spirit. And you're going to eventually adopt that mindset. You cannot have a positive mindset, a business mindset, when you're dealing with people who are constantly whining and complaining and not bringing any kind of solutions. That's my thing. I mean, the amount of energy it takes to sit here and say, I'm gonna get on a video and complain that somebody or post that somebody is not paying me what I feel they should be paying me, and you want everybody else to get all riled up behind that. What's the what's the end goal? How does that benefit any of us to do that? What if the people who you're complaining to are okay with that dollar amount? What if, but we know what's going to happen. Well, you don't know your worth. See, you're the one that's hurting us. Nobody's hurting anybody. But people are brainwashing. Y'all need to understand, and I'm gonna just say it straight up. These folk are brainwashed into believing that there's something more than what they are. They are brainwashed into believing that they are something more than what they are. And a vast majority of them didn't really do that great in their W 2s. The vast majority of them don't even know how to work a daggone the Microsoft Word program or Excel or anything on their desktop. But yet they want to sit here and explain documents and teach you, but yet they don't even know how to do if the shortcut gets deleted off their desktop, they are lost. They are having a fit. They don't know what to do. They like, I ain't coming to work until somebody put the shortcut back on. Well, all you got to do, here's the instruction. I ain't got time to read all of that. Just somebody put the shortcut back on my desktop. Calling the IT people all day, all night. Somebody put the shortcut to those documents back. This is, and y'all know I've worked with people like that. And then they become a notary and want to teach somebody. How you gonna teach somebody when you can't even try to learn how to do your job right? You're like, well, all I know is I just click this and it works. Well, so and so, can you just adjust this? I don't know about no adjusting. I just know when I click this, it works, and I'm gonna just print it and you deal with it. If you want it adjusted, you adjust it yourself because you ain't paying me enough to do that. And then you want to teach somebody, and then you want to get somebody all riled up because you don't like getting paid $80. Do y'all see how silly this is? And I'm at the point where I don't care if anybody likes how I'm talking, why I'm talking, or any of that. This is why I'm saying we need to have that notary pay summit. I'm trying to get people involved. A lot of people, nobody don't want to do it, but yet everybody's complaining. And I told you, when people don't understand stuff, they they get hit with a lack of knowledge, and then they complain. It's all bad. Oh, it's so terrible. Why? Why? See, you can't expect them to ask and get answers from the people they're upset with if they're not willing to be asked questions about what they're upset with from y'all. They're going to complain to you, but they don't want you to ask them any questions. They complain about those folk, but they won't ask them any questions. And in my opinion, they need to lead off with that. Hey, I had a discussion with so and so talking about such and such, and here's what I learned. It's hard for me to believe that a person really had that kind of discussion because they're never telling it, because you have to be able to say, well, I talked to the owner of Unlimited Ink about these $80 orders for these pages that I just feel are just astronomical. Well, what did they say? I just think we need to say something. No, 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 no. I want to hear what you think we need to say. What did they say? What was their response to your inquiry about the $80 for 164 pages? What did they say? Did they give you a reason why? Did they talk to you in any way, shape, or form? Hmm? And see, this is where it's at. And they don't want to be questioned, nor do they want to question. They just want to complain. And you know your parents told you about being around those types of people. And they always got some kind of slick stuff, complain enough, and then get people to start clicking your affiliate links, and then they're getting paid that way, clicking to sign up for their mentor. So how are you going to get mentored by somebody who's complaining about them being unsuccessful in this business and what they hate about this business, but yet they're not willing to talk to the people and come up with some kind of solution that can benefit us all? I'm just sort of talking here, just trying to get clarity because none of this makes sense to me. None of this makes sense. So, for those of you who are cool with the dollars amount, you cool with doing $80, you keep doing your 80. You keep doing your 60, you keep doing your 105, or whatever the case may be. Yes, there's orders out there for $105. I don't know why, but I got one and I did it, and okay. Bottom line is simply this: you be responsible for your business. Question people who sit there and try to get you all riled up about what they aren't getting. If you cool with it, okay. If you cool with the man you got, why are you listening to somebody? You cool with the woman you got, why are you listening to somebody who ain't happy with who they got? But Fred need to be doing more for me. Janice need to be doing more for me. We going home. We ain't gonna be all up in that environment. So if you don't allow yourself to be in that kind of environment in your relationships or your work environment, why would you do that in your business environment? It doesn't make sense for you to put yourself in that situation. For the last 2 years, 2023 and 2022, I asked notaries to do one thing. Nobody did. One thing at the beginning of 2021, I mean 2022 and 2023. For the first 6 months of the year, stay away from all negative social media groups. Any group that's just constantly fussing without bringing any solutions, without showing a pathway forward that doesn't involve you paying them money somehow to go forward, get away from them. Leave that. You don't need to hear that and go run the business as if social media doesn't exist. And I'm telling you, if you go out here and do that, oh my goodness, do you realize the clarity and the focus that you will have and the increase you will see in your business? Yes, I'm on social media and I go into rooms from time to time, clubhouse or whatever. But even now, I backed off of it because people are just doing the same thing. They're just constantly complaining and they're not coming up with any solutions. They don't want to hear what I got to say. I'm at the point where I really don't want to hear what they got to say unless we're talking about coming up with some type of solution. But all of this, what they ain't paying me enough, the state ain't paying me enough, the customers ain't paying me enough. Nobody is doing enough for anybody, but yet you stay in this business. Yet you out here trying to sell something to people, but you're unhappy with this business. So, well, I'm gonna just teach people and make money that way. How much? What else you want to teach them? What? What? Well, here's how you can explain this document. That's against most state laws. Well, here's what you can say about that document. It's against most state laws. So everything you're telling somebody and teaching somebody is against state law, and you're complaining about state law not allowing you to get paid what you think you're worth. Oh, this doesn't make sense. You see how silly that is? I'm complaining about the state law holding me back financially, but I'm gonna teach you to do stuff that's against that same state law. Don't make sense at all. So let me go on and get these doctor preps. I got two closings tomorrow. Oh no, I got four. And I got the documents already for two of them. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get these docs prepped. This is like 1 in the morning right now at the end of this video, concluding this. But I just felt that I had to do it. And let me toss this up here one last time. As you see clearly, the left side is the dollar amount. This 130 was when I think I got a trip fee. So I think the trip fee wound up being 50, a printing trip fee. So that 80 plus 50 is 130. And then the right side is the number of pages for those orders. All you gotta do is pause this for a brief moment and just look at it and ask yourself, which one of these is where's the limit? I probably should have put this in order based off of the number of pages. So at what point is $80 okay? Because it has to be a dollar a page and below. So is it 92? So if I do 92 pages and below, I'm fine with getting paid 80. If you want me to do more than 92 pages, you want me to do 93, I got to shut it down. It ain't happening. 93 is my limit. You got to pay me more. How much more do they need to pay you for one page? That's the question. So y'all have a good one. I'm going to finish doing my thing, getting ready for tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all. All right. Hey, please give me your feedback in the comments. I really want to hear what you got to say about this. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.